When you purchase a stock on the exchange, you're buying into a small piece of that company. So you're getting an interest in that company and you're becoming an owner of that company.
And it entitles you to the stream of profits that company hopefully will make in the future. It has risk because the company may not make it. So the stock market is a way of funding business in America that carries with it an appropriate level of risk and reward.
The best way for somebody to invest in the stock market with a small amount is by purchasing an index fund or an ETF or a mutual fund, because they are getting broad exposure to many different companies instead of just buying one position.
What's all this talk of index funds and mutual funds? A mutual fund is a professionally managed investment portfolio that pulls money from all sorts of investors like you who are looking to diversify their investments. It's the easiest way to ensure you aren't putting all those eggs in one basket. Index funds, or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, are similar except that they are managed to match the performance of a particular group of companies, say, a group of tech companies or a group of consumer goods companies.
Instead of picking individual stocks, I want to own Apple and I want to own Nike, they might just buy an index that includes a whole basket of these companies together. There's all kinds of different indexes and therefore index funds out there. The most common might be the S&P 500, representing sort of 500 major publicly traded US companies.
म्यूचुअल फंड सही है। ये ऐड आप सब लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरह से देखा होगा। आई एम श्योर लॉट ऑफ पीपल would have watched it regularly. Famous cricketers have appeared in this ad before, like Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma, and Suresh Raina. You know all these people. And of course, our great captain MS Dhoni also appeared in that. तो इसका मतलब है म्यूचुअल फंड सही है, म्यूचुअल फंड इज राइट. Before we talk in detail about the ad and what can mutual fund help you in solving your financial problems or being financially independent, let's talk about just a textbook definition of mutual. So mutual is something that is done together. So a lot of people use Facebook these days. So on Facebook you must have heard mutual friends. So mutual is like I'm a friend of two people, so those two people are my mutual friends. So mutual is something that you do together. So there's a lot of focus on doing things mutually related networking, which involves having mutual interest and all. So mutual funds is based on the concept that you can do things together and achieve greater benefit. Now we talk about the big definition, that is the mutual fund. Mutual fund is basically an instrument, it's a financial instrument that helps in identifying the risk factors that common investors, especially retail investors, face, and pool all that money because it's done mutually to a fund manager. A fund manager could be a bank, or it could be an agency who's also called a depository agency, DA. So those people hold the money that is invested mutually together in different sectors. Like they could invest in government sector, they could invest in uh, financial sector, mining, uh, fintech as well, which is an emerging sector. So they invest in various sectors to help the investors deal with the risk. Now, what is the risk? Risk is the beta that we talked about in the last video. You can refer to it. I'll be sharing the link very soon. So that is the beta, that is the risk that you take as an individual investor. To mitigate that risk, we have something called a mutual fund. So mutual fund is basically like you have three friends. Now you have three friends, but you don't have, let's say, 10,000. What do, you pool the money. Friend A invest 2,000, then 4,000, then 2,000. So this is the corpus, 10,000. So combined you invest 10,000. The risk is not dependent on one person. So risk is shared. Let's say it's shared 33% each because it's between three friends. Or let's say a person shares a bigger risk. But in mutual fund, everyone is has an equal risk. So now the purpose of this presentation and video is not to coerce you or force you to invest in mutual fund. It's just an information guide. You can reach out to your broker or uh, to your mutual fund distributor who's managing your funds. And if you don't have a mutual fund, you don't have access to a mutual fund, you can always talk to your broker. He will guide you on how to uh, go through it. The basic way is through demat account, which is dematerialized. I will not be getting into that because that would be too basic. The purpose is to explain you about mutual funds. Now, the next thing is why mutual fund. Now, everyone knows that equity is is not the safest form of investment. It is highly risky. You can gain a lot of money in a short time, you can lose it. And that applies to investing as well, not just trading. So to mitigate that risk, people come together. So the risk is shared, so the reward is shared. So in case the market collapses, the return will be reduced by a certain percentage, and the loss also can be mitigated. Because if you do it as an individual investor, you incur a huge loss. Second thing is mutual fund is highly liquid. Just like the equity, mutual fund is highly liquid, especially if you invest in growth funds or you invest in ULIP fund, which we'll be getting to later in the next video. So these are the things that helps a mutual fund prosper. And of course, it invests in many sectors. So it is always advisable not to have one type of mutual fund or investment in one sector. So it will invest in various sector, like a government sector, like it will invest in bonds as well. It will invest in let's say uh, let's say it will invest in the FMCG or in pharma sector. So the risk of losing money is much lesser. So the probability of losing money is 60% in equity share. It was to close to 40 to 30 to 40% in a mutual fund. That's why mutual funds are very popular and easy to use. Now in mutual fund, what we have is SIP. Now what is a SIP? SIP is just like a systematic investment plan, just like we told you. So, systematic investment plan works like this. It works on the basis of compounding, which you must have read in your 10th class or before that as well. Even in the competitive exam, that is very important subject, compound interest. So, in compounding, what happens is that invest a regular amount of money. Let's say you start with 5,000 only. You invest 5,000 every month, let's say 5,000 every 2 months. So you keep that amount constant over a period of time. Then after 20-30 years, it will give you a certain amount based on the risk factors and based on the mutual fund. Basically, every fund has a information document which is also known as a prospectus, which helps in telling you that okay, this fund will have a 3-year return of this percent, 5-year return of this percent. You can find it easily on Money Control. It's easily available. So you must look at the risk factors before investing. Now SIP works on constant investment. So if you invest only 5,000, let's say for 6 months, you don't do it regularly, then this effect of the SIP will not be that much. But if you invest regularly, like you invest only 5,000, so even for students, I'm saying that you don't need 5,000. You can invest only 1,000, let's say, one in every month. So that's 12,000 per year. That will compound gradually, provided you follow the right step, and the due diligence must be, because some mutual fund companies offer very lucrative deals, and then people fall for it and they don't get the return. So this is very important. So that is systematic investment plan. Now we come to the net asset value. Now, what is the net asset value? The net asset value is basically the profit you get as an investor from investing a fund. Let's say you have bought, uh, let's say HDFC growth fund. So invested 20,000. Let's say that NAV becomes 30,000, 35,000. That is your profit basically. That is the appreciation you got. So the profit is basically around 15,000. So this is the net asset value, and net asset value is very crucial for evaluating any mutual fund, because that is eventually the amount that you get. And of course, there are different types of mutual funds, which I will be discussing in a separate video, because there's many types and each type has its own limitation. Like some mutual funds are for saving tax, so these may be suitable only for income salaried people who are earning some money. So they need to save tax, because after a certain point you will be taxed. So you will have to submit that mutual fund certificate to avail the tax benefit, which is guaranteed under section 80C and 80G of the Income Tax Act. So that is a separate topic which we'll discuss. So And there are other mutual funds which are very liquid. Some mutual funds are ULIP funds. Now, ULIP funds is something I'll not talk about in this video because I want you to mention in the comments, or you can Google it. I'll be discussing it in the second video. Now, the last topic for today, before I wind up, is AUM. Now, AUM is a very interesting way of analyzing mutual fund companies and growth, whether they're growing or not. It's basically like the assets that you have as a company. Like we talked about in the balance sheet, the assets is the main thing. So the AUM, which is also known OM, is assets under materialization. Now the materialization concept is similar. What happened in the 90s is a lot of scams happened, which is a scam 92, and there were many other scams, Ketan Parekh scam and all those. So to ensure the delivery of shares is done online rather than offline, which is open to manipulation, dematerialization was done. So that's where the dematerialization thing came up. So assets under mutualization. So the mutual funds are mutualized, like they are available electronically so that people can avail the benefit of investing in a mutual fund and saving for their growth prospect, expansion, or for saving for a wedding and all, or even for personal expenses. So these are the topics that I have discussed in this video. I would love to hear more from you about what are topics you may be interested in. You can share it in the comments box, and also you can follow me on my Facebook page, Business Tips with Mohit, which is growing page thanks to you. I've got a good view base, and that is the motivation I get for sharing these videos. I'll be coming up with more videos in future about mutual fund. This is a very important topic, and every youngster or even someone who is a working professional should know about mutual fund. It's a good starting point, and it doesn't involve huge risk or huge capital, because to invest in a stock you need huge money. You may need even 50,000 if you really want to have that kind of profit. But as I said, mutual fund you can start with as low as 1,000 per month. This is applicable for students, and if you are a salaried person, you can easily save around 5 to 10% of your monthly salary to invest on those mutual funds which are talked about. So this is all I have to say, and I would request you, and I would be very happy if you could share this video to as many people as you want. Do subscribe for latest updates, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll get regular updates. Every video that gets uploaded on our channel will be available first to you. So do ensure that you subscribe and do hit the notification icon, which will give you regular updates. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you soon with the next video, which will be focused on potential of mutual funds and the types of mutual fund. Thank you so much, and have a great day.